What's going on, YouTube family? This is Astinosis here, coming at you with another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. Tonight we are going to recap the October event stream. I'm joined here tonight by my brother Ham Slam.
Good evening, everybody.
And we're going to break this down. We're going to do our best not to run off on tangents like you guys are often used to us doing, where we end up talking for like almost 40 minutes. We're going to try not to do that. It's getting pretty late for brother Ham Slam. So we're gonna go ahead and unpack this. You ready? You ready to rock and roll?
Let's do it.
All right. So to start off, we have this is. I think it's unprecedented because I don't believe that this is a thing in JP. Granted, I haven't touched JP since I lost my account with Furian's Burst on it, but I do not recall this ever being there, and I don't recall the JP players ever talking about it. This is great for people like me who have a tendency to miss 2 or 3 days of the daily token foray. Which, speaking of the devil, or not the devil, but, wow, lost my train of thought. Anyway, this month I've missed roughly 3 or 4 days. I don't know about you. How you feeling about this?
Well, I haven't, but, you know, I have to admit, waking up in the middle of the night, not sure if I remember to do it daily or not, can be stupid.
Yeah.
This will stop that. I love this concept. Now you have literally 3 days to make sure you remember to do something, and that can be good because, let's be real, sometimes life gets in the way. You can't get on every day. This is a wonderful thing they have done. Unprecedented, yeah, that sounds right. I don't remember ever hearing anything about this.
Not that I can think of.
I 100% approve. This is awesome. There is no downside to this at all.
It makes me curious if it will take longer to do, or if we'll basically just be able to run the same exact mission, and it gives us the rewards a little differently. But
it looks like it only requires, from what it's saying here, it looks like you just have to have a hunter permit. You could hold up to 3, so I'm assuming you could just repeat the same thing.
And it looks like the daily mark monster may vary in the future. Curious if they're following a little bit what they did with Final Fantasy XIV with hunts. Like, it's got the same exact name, so it's not far-fetched that they're kind of following the same node. Let's see.
Well, we'll know soon enough. We'll have to stay tuned and find out.
Yeah, absolutely. And then following that, as most people know, I have been an advocate for Rinoa for a very, very long time, and I am absolutely pumped that she's finally getting her second rework, and also her LD. I've been waiting for this ever since this was announced. I was far more excited for her than I was for Arden. I know others, such as present company included, would disagree. Because I know you have much love for Arden.
And I honestly thought I was going to have to give him up, but, well, the RNG gods blessed me, so, yeah, happy I am.
And you did get his burst, didn't you?
I did not, but I have the means if push comes to shove. So, it's mine, it's just a matter of time. I'm waiting.
Are you doing what a lot of people are doing and going for his burst on the Rinoa LD banner? Because I don't recall you saying you're pulling for Kimahri at all.
I am not, but you got to remember, and I will speak about it now. Don't forget that in this particular recap, we're going over the festival, which means every banner this month a free pull.
That is true.
Even if I'm not going for somebody, I'm going for the free pull. So why am I not going for the burst yet? On the off chance I get it now, or on the next banner we're going to discuss. But enough about me. Time for you to continue your Rinoa talk. I know you've been ready for this for months.
Yeah, and I also really do need to fix up her arts. They're close to perfect. I think I have a single 108 CS52 star, a 108 330, and then I have a 108 CS51 star. From what I understand now, with the way Lufenia is going to work with the Brave Damage Reduction, the CS50 is going to jump ahead of the 330 Max Brave, just to make sure that she's continuing to cap on damage. The other thing with this beatback is Josh did mention that separate from JP. So JP, this was a nightmare when it first came out. They said that they had to do a ton of raid farms, and it was the chaos difficulty, which took a lot of time. So what they're doing now is they scaled it back. The rewards aren't going away completely. So before anybody gets freaked out by that, the rewards have now been shifted. So we'll get a chunk of the original rewards in this event, and then more later on the rest of the festival that we'll get to in a moment. And I'm absolutely pumped to get the rest of those Rinoa stickers. I absolutely love using her stickers. They're among my favorite.
Yeah, that attack one, yeah, all for that one for sure.
Mm-hmm. Got the mouth wide open too.
It looks like that we're still getting Kane because I know we got him early in Global.
Yeah.
But it's showing that we're getting his costumes. I'm going to assume this is when he was originally supposed to come.
Yes, it is,
and it's still happening. So hey,
Yeah.
I get to use Kane again. Woohoo!
Right? I mean, they did mention it that he's still going to be here, so that's fine. I mean, any chance to use Kane, I'm all about too because he's one of my favorites. Moving on, we have yet another Portal app campaign that I'm going to rely on all of you to carry me through. Admittedly, I do try to open up the Final Fantasy Portal app when we do have these. I just don't remember to do it enough. But once we do get this going, those are the rewards. We get the upgraded, so they're no longer the shit tier ones. We actually get good stuff this time. So we'll get the tier 5 crystals. We'll get we'll get bloom tokens this time. I think previously it was just low tier crystals, and power stones. I think now we're getting armor tokens and weapon tokens for that matter. I don't personally need any weapon tokens, but I know a few of you who do. And then,
like me.
I'm curious what the 1.2 million points will be. I have a feeling it's going to either be pages, books, nuggets, or ingots.
Or a combination of both, which would be absolutely insane.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, absolutely. And then moving forward, we have Kimahri. Now,
Kimahri.
Like, I'm actually pumped for Kimahri. I unfortunately, I pitied him. Now watch me get like 3 or 4, 5, 6,000 copies of his EX.
Isn't that how it's been going for you lately? Ugh.
Yes, it has, and it's fucking painful. But I'm going to go for his LD. This time around, I will actually purple him. I didn't purple him back in the day because I had other priorities, but I wanted him because he's a favorite of mine. I would say he's tied for second favorite character of Final Fantasy X. Lulu being the first. He's tied with Auron. I don't know, I really like the underdog trope. It's just I have a soft spot for the underdogs, being an underdog myself.
Nothing wrong with that.
I do hope to luck sack that shit on the free pool. Now, I will also say that I do have some pool battles coming up. This one is actually going to be versus Gem the Thought. You've heard him on a few of my battles. That should be a fun one because
yes.
We're really good at talking smack at one another. It's fun.
I'm gonna promote. If you'll allow me, I want to promote the heck out of that battle because when you two go at it, and I am looking forward to seeing how this one goes. Like, folks, if you don't watch his pool battles, I highly recommend this one because if these two do what I think they're gonna do, it's gonna be some glorious golden free entertainment.
Yep. And on that note, for people like I'm gonna say this to you directly, Hope, and others who might think the same. It's all in good fun. It's nothing serious. We're not mad at each other. We're not literally hating on each other. It's literally for the memes. Okay. Yeah. Because, and on that note, I'm actually really glad that I did manage to get Arden's kit because I don't have anyone on this banner purpled at all. My Tuna is 0 out of 3. My Knoll, I think, is still at base EX 3-3. And
I don't even have Knoll's EX. I might just throw some tickets at this banner for that alone.
You might get it on the free pool. Who knows?
I just mentioned that too.
Yeah.
Oops.
And then
that'd be nice.
Now, the big one for me on this banner, motherfucking Edward. Now, admittedly, in the original game, he is absolute trash. Skill-wise. Character-wise, he's actually not a terrible character. If you think about it, this is a guy who's sickly, he's frail, he's not like built, he's not strong physically. And he winds up in, was it Tatoya? I forget that place's name. Anyway.
I believe it was, oh man, I forgot too. It starts with a T, you got that right.
Yeah, or Troya?
Troya, I think that's correct.
Now,
that sounds right.
He's sickly, he's on his deathbed, he still manages to get up and save the party by playing the twin harp. And, basically puts himself back into a coma. I don't know about you, but I he, like Rydia, had a lot of character development in that game. And then on top of that, if you played the remakes, not to spoil anything, but you can actually change your final characters for those of you who haven't played, so you can make up your own team out of everybody. So that includes Sid, Porum, Palom, Yang. Speaking of Palom, upcoming. And Edward, there's literally a build out there called Psycho Edward where you get his ultimate gear, you get his speed up, and he is super fast. He's basically what Renoa is in Dissidia in this game. He's a glass cannon. He does all kinds of damage, but the best part is because of his hide ability, he doesn't get hit. So it's pretty fucking awesome. In this game, I was like, are they gonna do him like the real game, or are they gonna make him actually good like he is in the remakes? And of course, what they do, they made him into a fucking powerhouse. Lots of people I know are going for him. Nico and I are gonna have pure bloodshed on this one because we are both extreme fans of Final Fantasy IV. So that you've heard the battles between me and Nico. Those are typically fairly polite. This one might actually get a little bit heated. I don't know.
Which is why I'm looking forward to this one too.
Yeah, and now the other priority for me here is Palom. I am absolutely purpling both these two. Palom, I cannot wait for him. Lots of people hate on Palom. A lot of people don't understand how to play Palom. He doesn't get any more skill uses, and there's a reason for it. Like they're literally playing off his actual character. He does not. He grows stronger as he basically oh shit, as things get hairy. That's kind of like the whole trope behind his character. So it makes sense for him to have the low uses. Plus, that's why you use dual cast. You don't just sit there and spam his abilities. You use them once to put the buffs up, and then it's dual cast, dual cast, dual cast. And he does a lot of damage. He's going to be really strong this time around. So he's getting boarded. Edward's getting boarded. Oh man, it's going to be glorious.
And it will be glorious. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, here's hoping. It would be nice to luck sack that on the free pool because I will absolutely EX token Edward, and then I'll just buy his 35 because I have almost 500 weapon tokens. It's ridiculous. Between my power stones and my weapon tokens, man. Oh boy. Okay.
You don't have enough power stones though. Hint, hint.
Yeah, almost. Don't even get me started because we're coming to that point. All right,
that's my point.
Now, y'all remember what I said about how the raid rewards were scaled back. This is now where they're going to be, the Autumn Festival Part 2. So from October 13th to October 31st, that's when we're going to get the remainder of those rewards. So again, don't think they're taking it away. They're just shifting it so that way we're not feeling like we are just slaves to the game, for lack of better terminology. Because it was a miserable time for a lot of JP players. And they did it a few times before they finally stopped doing it, from what I recall. So thankfully, before coming to us, they learned their lessons, so to speak. And they never said numbers. JP players report they got roughly 300 tickets. So it will probably be still 300 tickets, but between the 3 different banners. So
just note that we have no confirmation on that ourselves. Yeah. This is all based on previous information we've heard from the other side. Mm-hmm. The splitting up is already different, as he's already mentioned, and we're not certain if we're going to get 300 tickets. Would I love for that to happen? Oh, you better believe. And I'm sure all the rest of you would too.
Hells to the yes, please. Give me 300 more tickets. Because
we could use more tickets. My brother here, he doesn't need more power stones. No. Now, Ham, what are you talking about? Well, my friends, the next slide is what I'm talking about. Great for the newer players. Not so much for my brother and myself, really.
Yeah, so basically anything that I get on this banner, because as most of you know, I still somehow managed to have every single weapon in the game. So this right here means I am going to have 18 free pools that are going to be nothing but power stones. I quite literally have almost 700 power stones. I think the last I looked at my numbers, it was roughly 681. If I luck sack Edward, I can bring that down by what? 60? There's 5. He has 5 weapons?
Not even that. You only could use 36 when it's all said and done.
48, because 4 weapons. 15, 35, EX, LD.
But I'm factoring in. I was actually factoring in if you were intended to sell the weapons you didn't need anymore. Because you do that, it goes down to 36.
That is true. Okay, so yeah. I would only drop that number down by that much, and I basically need to start luck sacking, or they need to implement a system where I can give some of you people some power stones, because I literally would. Every time I look at my power stone count, it is a reminder of my pain and suffering.
He really does have a lot. However, this is where I'll step in, because not everybody is like us and has been around since practically the beginning.
I
You
was
might
at the
be a
beginning.
newer player. You might be a newer player. This is perfect for you because every
Mhm.
character you see on that slide, all their weapons up to EX will be available. Now, those who have LDs and bursts, no, unfortunately, they aren't on this. But if you're a newer player, EX plus realization will take you very, very far. So this is a fantastic banner. If there was ever a time to start, this would be it.
Hell yeah. And, you know, even if you're missing the LD and BT, sure, you might not be able to get through some of the newer content, but there is plenty of content that you could get caught up on that all these characters can absolutely help get you through.
Some of them, even with just EX Plus, are still ridiculously strong even now. I can point out just by looking, Zac, Sarah, Ramza, oh my gosh.
Dessel.
I'd say both Cecils, yes. The Warrior of Light even now can still hold his weight.
Durian's still strong too in some fights.
Oh yeah, I mean, let's just say if you're a newer player, any one of these is wonderful. Just 100%.
Absolutely.
It's just Power Stones for me and my brother here, though.
Unfortunately. Now here is where they dropped an interesting bomb on us. Autumn Jumpstart Sale. Now, Josh alluded to, if you're willing to fork over a little bit of cheddar, that the fourth chest in particular is actually an awesome deal. I'm very curious to see, because all this shows is what we're getting, doesn't show how much of each we're getting. Now, I wish the Power Stones weren't on there, to be honest. But I'm all about them books and them ingots. Tell you that.
Something I want to point out personally.
What's up?
You notice how it says Special Chest 3 and 4 have everything you see there. That most likely means 4 is going to get an increased amount over 3. But let's say you can't manage the 4. That's likely going to be my case. That's not to say that 3 isn't tempting, because let's just theorize here. Let's say we literally get like the lowest amount of anything, which would be at least 1, insert number here, 1, number. I would drop money for a book, an ingot, and an ingot, no questions asked, assuming I could safely afford it.
Yep.
No questions asked.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I kind of hope we can skip Special Chest 1, because to me, that's worthless. I mean, the armor tokens are cool, but the rest, I don't need.
I have a feeling it's going to be like every other sale we do. There's various tiers, and you could just get the one you can get.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna find out soon.
That suits you best.
Got 2 weeks
sure
till
are.
we find out. That being said, now please, for the love of God, you fucking Sora trolls, stop! Stop it! Stop it!
Man, I do remember that.
God. Okay, now it's interesting. This is also unprecedented for Dissidia, Final Fantasy, Opera Omnia. We have never seen a crossover campaign to this date. Now we're seeing one, oddly enough, with Dragon Quest of the Stars. Now it does kind of make sense because it is another Square Enix game. Interesting that they chose this over FFBE or something. That would make even more sense because then they could bring an FFBE character. Now, granted, yes, this does mean that there's possibly some things that could change in the future. I don't know. I still don't think they're going to put Sora in this game, so please kindly shut the fuck up about that. These are just stickers. These are literally just stickers that we are getting. I'm actually going to probably log in starting now to collect whatever daily rewards on Dragon Quest of the Stars, because I stopped playing roughly a month in. I mostly just because I want to see this fight. I want to see the fight against the mannequins. To me, this is cool. I kind of wish that we were getting a Dragon Quest fight in DFFOO.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, like I would love to kill some fucking metal king slimes or some shit, you know? That'd be great.
But it's like you just mentioned. This is already unprecedented as it is. So
yeah,
I mean, take it slow, step at a time. And for full disclosure, if they ever brought Sora to the game, I agree it would be the start of something bad, but I would still totally pity that guy. Just want to get that out there.
I don't know. Like I don't mind Sora as a character, but just the fact that everybody jumps on the Sora bandwagon when there's so many other cool characters out there, cooler characters out there for that matter, from other games, that would be even more fun in my opinion.
Riku! Sorry.
Oh yeah, true. Same franchise, but yeah.
I actually meant, well, you know what? That could have gone two ways. Both Rikus. Now you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Riku when, please, JP? What the hell? And speaking of which, we are actually getting very close to being caught up with how many characters JP has versus us. Like, I think we're...
Yeah, we are.
We're like 6 or 7 down or something like that. It's
we're not. Yeah, the virus, God help us all, I hope everyone's doing well around that, by the way, has kind of caused an unprecedented catch-up speed for us. So yeah, we are much closer than we were this time last year.
Yeah. Now, this also reminds me that I still need to do my Entropy 15 video. I do apologize for that. That content kind of came around a time when my cat was, you know, fighting for his life, and he still is. He's doing okay. He seems to be doing better, by the way, for those who are wondering. But this brings us to tier 16. I honestly, after tier 14, I think, I stopped watching videos on Entropy 15. I'm like, you know what? I'll just look it up as I get there. I will probably check out Huey's videos. He's usually my go-to for JP videos as far as Entropy. Him and Stimpy. I'll look to see who I'm going to use here, but the likelihood, because of how these guys work, and you know, we need HP damage reduction or HP restoration. So I'm actually considering Shantoto, Garland, and Renoa for this one. Mostly because Renoa acts as a healer as well, and Shantoto with Burst, excuse me, she makes Garland's EX especially fucking insane. And then I can't even imagine what she'll do to Renoa's EX as well, because that's, what, 3 HP dumps?
Yes, it is. And Shantoto will raise that damage by 20% for the duration of her burst, so pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'll test it out.
But yeah, for me personally, barring any unforeseen circumstance, for me, this mission screams Eldnarsh. Target lock, no problem. I'll just vortex you to no end.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll work. I mean, I still haven't purpled him. I will likely purple him when he gets LD, as has been my theme recently for all characters.
Right.
Now, that being said, Beatback Challenge we have on the 13th to the 27th. New BT and LD. I don't know why they didn't just outright and say it, but this should be Kefka's Burst and LD. For this one, I'll actually be battling Cross.
Shoutouts to Josh. We know you're about to go crazy when this comes around.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm sure he's gonna absolutely just go 100% pity. I'm gonna be doing, of course, Shadow's character boards here. Fuck Seymour, he can kiss my ass. So I mean, I don't know how deep I'll go on this one. I do hope to get lucky on the free pools, because I'm not a huge fan of Kefka. I do know that Kefka is absolutely useful in the challenge quests that he's boosted for, which kind of makes me want to put a little bit more effort to him. But like my picks as well to team up with him would be Shadow and Lise.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this one, because if I get anything, great. If not, that's fine, because it's the next banner that, of all things happening this month, it's the next banner I'm really waiting for.
Yeah, we are both absolutely hyped and pumped and ready for fucking Bowie's return. I'm looking to get that costume for sure. I already have perfect arts on him, so I luck out there. And his LD is just ridiculous. It's so
insane.
Stupid. Like
100%.
Like I was watching.
Return to your godly state, O great emperor.
Like I think I was watching Stimpy do one of the I forget which event it was, but he has the LD and the burst, if I recall correctly. And towards the end of the fight, Bowie still had so many ability uses left. It's like, what is this LD? Like,
well, to put it simply, this LD is OP, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I want it. I want it fierce.
And then in his burst attack, the burst numbers were showing almost 3 million in damage. Like, holy crap! Granted, that's
so why
AoE.
are we going? So why are we going so crazy about this? Y'all might ask. Well, let's just keep it quick and simple. The LD apparently makes it to where his beloved HP and Brave attacks, the things that nobody used, becomes the thing that everybody will start using. It triggers the traps, and the traps don't go away. It is literally the same effect as if you were casting the Thunder Crest, and the enemy already had the Thunder Crest. But now a simple HP attack will trigger it, and that's insane. On top of that, last I checked, correct me if I'm wrong, please, the LD puts all 3 debuffs on the enemy. So if you're HP attacking afterwards, you're getting all 3 of those effects. And you're not using a spell to do it. And that's nuts. And I can't wait to, I'm all in. If I had to, I might have to drop my very, very short last of gems, but every ticket I got's going to him at first. I want him. Something bad. That's going to be awesome. I look forward to him.
To put it to you guys visually, my left hand is some cheeks, my right hand is Bowie clapping them cheeks, if you know what I mean.
He's doing more than clapping. I mean,
he's obliterating them cheeks. He's social distancing them ass cheeks.
Yeah, he is.
And then I appear to be somewhat alone in this, to be honest. Strago, he's coming. Fucking Realm is going to be badass. She's literally going to be...
That's who I'm waiting for, yeah.
Like, Realm is going to be a top tier character without an LD even. I'm very pumped for both. Strago is one of my favorites. I mean, Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy VI are my top 2 Final Fantasy games. So I was excited to see that Strago was coming. I don't really remember much about his kit, but I'm like, you know what? Nah, it's Strago. I'm going in. Open a luck sack. We'll see what's up with that. But my Realm, if I recall correctly, is in a pretty good place with her arts. I'd have to double check. But most people seem more pumped for Realm. That being said, if anybody wants to battle me for Strago, if you're a fellow Strago fan, you want to throw down, by all means, fucking hit that fucking Discord link below and join us up. We're a fun group. We get down, we get dirty. It's good times.
We do.
And we play some Among Us.
We don't bite too hard.
Yes.
But I'm in the boat that you just described, though. There are people that are definitely going to go for Strago. That's wonderful. Go for it. You know how I am about people and going for their favorites. If that happens to be the case with you, go all in. But I'm in the boat with Realm. I don't have her EX yet. I can get it. And I'm going to, because I have heard some crazy things. I have seen some crazy things. Noctis right now is kind of sort of our turn manipulation god. Well, he will quickly be ursed by someone without an LD very, very soon.
Yeah, let alone burst. She has neither.
Yeah, shout outs to 40 the Broadway saying, but this is what he calls a champion, and I can understand why completely. Because
same with QE. QE has used Realm on several Lufenias.
Like I've seen something else to note. She actually makes a fantastic friend unit because of her manipulations.
That's
you
true.
can actually get more than 5 turns out of her because of the way she is set up, and it makes for some interesting shenanigans. So yes, I am going to 100% throw my support behind Realm. I recommend it, but I also I haven't heard anything bad about Strago, so go for him too.
I think from what I heard, it was just that actually, I don't know a whole lot of JP players, but I remember seeing opinions from Zedekai and Amato and a few other JP players that are just saying that he's not bad. It's just that there was no need to go for him because of the roster they already had.
Yeah, sometimes a character can be phenomenal, but timing can be really, really, well, it can kill it.
Yeah, and that's kind of the case with him. He's not bad at all. He's just, from what I understand, there's other characters that can do just as much. And so they're like, well, might as well save resources until his LC, when he gets his LD boards, and then maybe he'll pop back up. But we'll see. And to close out, we have Glacie showing off her rats. You know, the pets are very important for this recap. You know, they're absolutely the most important slides. And then, of course, Josh went and grabbed his chunky boy of a kitty.
It's good to see that Glacy was able to get her camera problems fixed. We hadn't been able to see her the last couple streams, so it's good to see that she was able to grace us with her presence this time.
Yeah, for sure. And, of course, in true Nasty Asti and Brother Ham Slam fashion, we definitely went well over 20 minutes, but we're under 40 minutes at least. We just hit 30.
Oh, well. Get over it.
But, you know, we have fun with these. We make these recaps as fun as possible, as entertaining as possible. Hope you guys are pumped up.
Yeah, we like to show that we get hyped up over this stuff, too. We don't mean to go off on tangents. It just happens. So, Hey, there you go. Hey, it's going to be a great month. We got all kinds of free stuff coming. We've got, well, I just said it, all kinds of free stuff coming. Whether it's Power Stones, in my case, something you don't need, in Nasty Asti's case, or a weapon you don't have yet, in some of your cases.
You know,
Happy Halloween, early.
I have this suspicion that I'm probably going to actually break 800 Power Stones by the end of this month.
I want that recorded if it happens.
I'm going to cry if that happens.
I know you will. But I have no other thoughts personally on this, though. Good month coming. Not very many characters I'm going for, which is a relief because my stash is still kind of hurting from Bosch, even though you all know if you watched the video, I got lucky with Bosch and Noctis. So, but I'm still trying to recover, trying to prepare for next month, because next month is Ham's hype month.
You know, I hope this month is like my February month and not my June month, because God, June sucked. But February, I don't know if you recall, but I luck sacked the new weapons almost every single free pool. Like, I think 6 out of the 8 I luck sacked, including RNA. Yeah, so to recap, Renoa, hype, fucking Bowie, hype, Kimahri, hype. I'm only going for Kefka literally for the challenge quests. Strago hype, Realm hype. It's gonna be fun times.
It's gonna be a good month, even if you don't necessarily have to pull for anybody. The celebration of the month, the events coming, the resources coming. It'll be a great time for everyone involved. So let's all get together. Let's all buckle down and let's just tear these quests a new one and get some rewards, shall we?
Yeah, and I don't typically ever say this, but if you guys enjoyed this comment, hit the like and subscribe button below. It helps me out. You know, I'm trying to grow my channel, trying to build a bigger community. I do a lot of giveaways also. If you join my Discord, I've actually done a couple of Nitro giveaways, and I also had a bunch of free game codes that I gave away. And I'm actually also in the process of giving away 3 months of Nintendo Switch Online because I have a code for that. Anyway, I have no further thoughts from here. And you good to go, Brother Ham Slam?
Yeah, I just want to piggyback on what you said. Definitely join his Discord. We have a great time there. We're just a bunch of fools who like to hang out and have fun. We be stupid, and stupid is fun.
And we get really sus on some Among Us. Anywho, hope you guys enjoy.
Which I need to get back into. But yeah, that's all I have to say. So yeah, good night, everyone.
Yep, this is Nasty Asti signing off.